How do you become more energetically tapped in, tuned in, and turned on? That's what I'm going to be talking about today. Are you ready? Let's go. Welcome back. My name is Dom and I help people to step into their truth and power. So, how do you become energetically tapped in, tuned in, and turned on? Well, first, it's important to really understand what we are actually talking about. What I'm talking about is not so much what we are doing, but even more who we are being within our doing as we go about living out our life each day. And so to self-assess how we are being, it's a matter of asking yourself one question. But before I share that one question with you, I just want to take a moment to invite you to join my brand new free online community, ProEmpowerment Online. I'll be sharing more valuable content very much like this in the newsfeed of that community, but even more, you'll have the ability to join in the conversation in a place where we can share freely without being shut down or censored. I've also loaded some brand new online courses that I've created that you can register for as well. To join me in that free community, just click on the ProEmpowerment Online link in the comments and description box below. So to self-assess how we are being, it's really just a matter of asking yourself one question. That one question is, what are you feeling right now? What are you feeling right now? And just notice if you're in a low vibe energy or a high vibe energy. Are you feeling like everything in the world that is happening to you? Are you feeling fearful of what can happen? Are you feeling like everything is out of control? Or maybe you're feeling depressed. Maybe you're feeling stuck in a rut of some kind. Or are you feeling like I don't give a shit about anything anymore and just want to give up? Or maybe you are even feeling angry or jealous, or that you've been cheated on or out of something. If you're feeling any of these things, you're in a low vibe energy. That lower vibe energy is focused very much on the self. When we're thinking what is happening to me, we are very much in a survival type of state and very focused with a fear or an anxiety on what's going to happen to me. When we're feeling this way, it usually doesn't feel very good. Now, if you're feeling there is room for lots of opportunity and you're experiencing freedom and you receive and give love freely and you feel passionate about all you're doing and the people you are in relationship with, and you wake up feeling healthy and joyful, looking forward to what the day has in store for you, but no matter what happens, you're staying anchored in that opportunity, in the gift of the present moment that you have, then you're in a high vibe energy. And you know this because high vibe energy feels really good. When we're in a high vibe energy, we're not so focused on our survival selves, on what's going to happen to us. We're not in any kind of fear, but we're actually focused on something greater than ourselves. We're not in fear of what's going to happen to us, but we're holding on to faith and we're excited in what's going to happen for us. Now, these feelings I'm talking about as it relates to self-assessing your energy aren't fleeting, but more of a mainstay in your overall beingness from day to day. That's what we want to look at, the overall beingness. Which end of the spectrum are you noticing yourself gravitating more towards? If you're in the higher vibe, you are energetically tapped in, tuned in, and turned on. If you're in the lower vibe, I refer that to being energetically tapped out, tuned out, and turned off. As you take time to do this little self-assessment, it's really important that if you find yourself to be closer to the lower end of the energetic scale, not to judge or condemn yourself for it. What's happening is your body is responding to your experiences. It's trying to inform you that you need to make some kind of change. So, how do you shift from the lower vibe energy to a higher vibe energy? Well, first, it's really important to understand, what do you really want? What does your heart really want? What would light you up inside? What would make you feel passionate about waking up every day? And in trying to understand this, resist falling into, but how am I going to make that happen? Don't even bring that into the equation right now. Just allow yourself the freedom to voice what your heart desires. Maybe you don't even know what your heart desires. And if that's you, I invite you to unplug from your life. Get quiet. Get outside and into nature. Do some praying, maybe meditate. And here's an important one. Don't talk to God, but talk with God. Or speak with whatever it is you put your faith into when you're needing that divine guidance. As I chose to say with instead of to, because this is what brings about maturity in our relationship with the divine. Asking for it to be unveiled and shown to us. Asking what would be best for you in the tough situation that you're in. And ask for it to be so obvious that you just can't miss it. Sometimes we go through our entire life and we have these little experiences all along the way, and by themselves they seem totally meaningless. If we were to look at all of these little experiences plotted out on a piece of paper, I envision it looking like a smattering of dots on a page all over. Kind of like connect the dots without numbers being assigned to the dots. And then, when you take some time to reflect on those experiences, it's as if numbers start getting assigned to those smattering of dots on the page, and you begin starting to connect them. And in connecting them, a picture begins to emerge. And you realize that the experiences that you had weren't happening to you, but were actually happening for you, leading you to right where you are today, to have this aha moment, that you have this massive realization, this shift that forever changes your life. Maybe that shift is related to what you do for a living. Maybe it's related to a relationship you're in. Maybe it's related to some aspect of your spirituality, and what you thought to be true is different than you perceived it to actually be. Whatever it is for you, once you receive that sign or that aha moment, get into action and take the step towards where it's leading you to go. Listen to your heart on what that next step is, and resist needing to know the whole plan. That is often a trap that keeps us stuck because we're asking questions that are rooted from a fear from within. And when we do that, we are shifting our focus away from the divine and more towards our own ego, because we have this need to know everything or to control everything before we will allow and trust ourselves to go where we're being led. So what aspect of your life are you wanting to experience change in? What aspect of your life are you wanting to experience change in? What would you love to experience improvement in? I invite you to share that in the comments below, because I want to encourage you to become more tapped in, tuned in, and turned on. I'm also going to be having a free online workshop I'm titling 7 Habits of Highly Energetic People. The workshop is going to start on Monday, September 20th, and once a day for 7 days, I'm going to be sharing one of the 7 habits and how to begin getting yourself into action to turn that action into a habit that will have you experiencing more of what you do want and less of what you don't. I'm also making this really accessible for people. Not only is it going to be free, but it's not going to occur at a specific time each day. You'll be able to read or watch or short posts that I will make to the online community each day at your convenience. And it shouldn't take more than 5 or 10 minutes of your time each of those 7 days. So if you can invest 5 to 10 minutes a day for yourself, I have no doubt that you will be taking something of real value with you to move forward with by the time we complete the 7 days. I am hosting this free workshop in my online community, ProEmpowerment Online, which is also free to join. To participate, just type in the comments or message me, I want in, or click on that ProEmpowerment Online link in the description box and comments below to sign up for the group, and I'll be providing all the information around that workshop in the coming days. And so with that, I would like to thank you for joining me today. I love you being here with me, and until I connect with you again for my next video, stay well, stay healthy, and stay empowered.